ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and all you little maniacs across the world. Once again, it is time for the Life Behind Bars broadcast, coming at you live, uncut, and unready from Spreaker Podcast and Broadcast Radio. So here's Zombie, and here it goes. Alright, all you little motorcycle maniacs out there, and ladies, lovely, lovely ladies. Once again, you all know it's time where we just get on here and talk some cash shit about motorcycles, motorcycling. And I thought, hey, what better thing could I get on here and get on the air right now here, just being out in the woods, out in the hood, and being a little bit bored. You know what I'm saying? You hear me? I'm saying? I said, yo, we'll get on here, I'll talk, I'll get caught up on the old Life Behind Bars broadcast. So guys, I apologize, I have not been here on the air. I just realized, doing some other shows and things like that, like, man, I need to get back to my biker friends. I need to get back to the riders and let them know, hey, what's going on. And what's bad is that, the only reason I haven't done the show is because I've been working on some motorcycles, guys. Working on some motorcycles, a couple little mini bikes. Some of the things I pick up that I can just flip real quick and sell. So, you never know. You never know. Life in the fast lane. It's like, I'll get into that on another day. But so, guys, I hope you all woke up today blessed, doing what you love to do, just like yours truly. Because I can tell you that being part of the creative world instead of the old competitive world, and just doing what you love to do in life really makes work not quite as workish. Makes time pass by a little bit faster, guys. You know what I mean? It's like, I couldn't stand it. We'll get into some of my some pet peeves and see if you guys feel the same way. But, man, I motherfucking worked in machine tools, okay? And, mills and lathes, CNC machines. And, so yeah, I was a fucking service engineer for CNC machines. So I would, set them up, work on them, install them, and fix them and shit like that. But one thing would get on my fucking nerves more than anything else is we would get out to a job and I'm ready to, get this shit knocked out. Get all of our tools laid out that we need, get this job knocked out, and get the fuck on to the next job. You know what I'm saying? That's what they pay me to do. And time passes by a little bit quicker. However, I had this one coworker that when we would work on the fucking job together, this motherfucker would have to lay out every single one of his tools on a bench and have it. I mean, talk about ODDSDAD. You know what I'm saying? And I bet you that's what it is. I bet you that motherfucker was on some heavy meds. Never asked him about it, but let me tell you something. Yeah, that it was like we'd be working on a machine tool. It'd be like they were installing something onto on, and the dude would lose one of his Allen wrenches. And if it took him 2 minutes or if it took him 2 hours to find that fucking Allen wrench, that became top priority. So it didn't matter. I was just standing there for however fucking long till we found this fucking Allen wrench. So I stole that pack of Allen wrenches from him one day just to fuck with him. I still got them. Anyway, guys, I've had kind of an interesting week. I'm putting together a little Honda Rebel for Pops, and he rides a trike, a 1600cc trike. I've got it all taken apart up on jack stands, and I don't know. I've got other plans for it. So what are you motorheads been fucking with lately? I know some of you guys, a couple of you guys that just completely turn wrenches all the time. That's all you do is work on motorcycles. And really, that's part of the reason why this why this old Robcast began, guys. Because I used to do exactly what you guys did, and after I started getting into radio, and I really liked it. I enjoy talking to people and stuff like that. What? Okay, sorry. Getting into radio and all that, and having the, the Robcast radio going here for, I don't know. I was trying to figure that out earlier today. I think it's been like it was February 2014. No, 13. February 2013. When we started the old Robcast. And, damn, it's been 4 years, guys. So, I mean, it's a blessing. But the point is that the reason that I'm here talking to you all about motorcycles and not all of the other nuthers that I talk about is simply because I lost all my tools in a flood. And, basically everything else had to redo the shop that I used to work on these fuckers and stuff in. You know what I mean? So I said, look, I do have the tools, while we were displaced from our house. I did put together the things that I needed to, for Robcast Radio to survive through the flood, and it did, and it with much success in my eyes, in my opinion. I could not be more happier or more blessed to be alive and to bring you all whatever, programming. So yeah, I decided, if I've got the tools, I've got the little studio set up and everything, and I like to talk. So we might as well get on there, and we might as well start us up the Life Behind Bars Robcast, where we talk simply about living our life behind the handlebars of a motorcycle. So that's what you crazy fuckers are in store for. And you're lucky if you want to listen to somebody with chocolate cakeless and in a bad mood. Oh goodness, I was thinking to myself earlier, I've got a book that's called The Science of Getting Rich, and I've read it a few times. It's by Wallace Wattles. Highly recommend it to anyone if you like, Tony Robbins and stuff like that. But yeah, so I haven't read it lately, and I thought, man, that's fucking, after doing the show this morning, I was like cussing the producer and just venting, and I don't even know what I talked about on there, guys. So, yeah, we'll try to only get upset about things that really matter. You know what I mean? Like I was talking to my brother-in-law, I went by my brother-in-law's the other day with my brother, because my brother had given him a car and wanted to tell him that he could go get it, and this and whatever. So we go over there, and my fucking brother-in-law's a Harley rider. He's making fun of me for wearing a fucking helmet, and my brother. I'm like, motherfucker, I don't know who's been lying to you. Oh yeah, he tells me about somebody that had a wreck, and the dude broke his neck, and so the helmet didn't help him. I was like, man, yeah, dude, I can't wait. I want to set him down. I want to get him on one of these Robcast guys, Life Behind Bars, or one of the Robcast radios, because we're gonna break that one down and see really, really why does this dude feel that way. To hear something in the background that's wow. I was at the thrift shop the other day and picked up some these videos called Masters of Terror. One of them's called Master of Terror, and one of them's called Masters of Terror. So, what's on the 8 movie pack? Picked up for $1 at the thrift shop. Cursed, Dracula 2000, Hellraiser Inferno, Phantoms. Bought the whole movie for Phantoms. Oh, The Faculty, that wasn't bad. Children of the Corn 5, that's what's on right now. Dracula number 2, The Ascension, or Halloween H2O. So that's worth $1. Some good entertainment right there for the studio. And the other one, the 8 Master of Terror. All the other one of it doesn't really matter. I bought it specifically. There's one movie on here called The 6 Degrees of Helter Skelter. And let me tell you something, guys. You get on eBay and buy that sucker, because what's the guy's name? Scott Michaels. Scott Michaels. What a good documentary that is. If you want like inside information, if you'd like to know more about what happened in the late '60s with the Manson family and all that, and kind of an unbiased view of what, like, you could tell that this dude really did his research on it. And I am not a big fan of horror movies, but at the thrift shop there's like 50 horror movies, all kinds of crazy shit all there. So I guess someone donated all their horror movies to the women's thrift shop. Don't know why. But yeah, I had to pick up, definitely, the 6 Degrees of Helter Skelter is a great documentary. It'll make you think. And that has nothing to do with motorcycles. I was just letting you all know that if you heard something in the background, it was one of these crazy horror films that we got going on the 70-inch plasma motherfucking Trinitron screen up in here, oh, sitting on leather watching big screens, bought by the dope fiends. So what you think, fellas? The weather's been shitty. It was rainy yesterday. My big bike is undercover, and so I uncovered it today and polished it out. And it kind of made me sick. It was dirty just from sitting there, you know. I'd at least like it to be dirty from you riding it, you know what I mean? Wowzers. Well, maybe over the weekend, but it seems like whenever everyone else is like off at work and can ride, it's shitty weather. And whenever it's during the week, you know, and I'm done with my shows or whatever, I can ride. I can do a show whenever and ride when the weather is good. You hear me? I'm saying. But yeah, so that's been kind of something to look forward to. The springtime, man, for the weather to go ahead and start craculating and rocking and rolling with us instead of not cooperating. And the scrap metal, man. This dude comes by every once in a while and he picks up. If I have any old batteries and copper or whatever, I set it off to the side for him. And he stopped by. I was like, "Yeah, man, I got something for you. I got a battery or something else." And he was like, "No, I got something here." And the dude looked in the back of his car, in the back of his little Ford Escort, in the hatchback, and it's a little fucking, I don't know if you've all ever heard of a Johnny Pag chopper, but they make one called a Pagsta. This dude had a little street bike, I wouldn't call it a mini chopper, it's called a 2/3 chopper, and it's really a cool little fascinating motorcycle, only because my nephew bought it brand new. And then, I don't know how I ended up with it. My brother got it. I ended up with it. Then, I ended up flipping it to the guy down the street. He sold it to another guy. Another guy got it from him. And then, the scrap man ends up with it and brings it back to me, you know, like 2 years later. So, that's what the past, I don't know, a couple days I take revamping it. You know, like, basically took it apart and, like, painted, did some painting, of course. Went through the carburetor, of course, and changed the oil, put a new spark plug, all new fuel lines, cleaned out the fuel tank, new fuel filter, had to put a new tube in the back tire, and yeah, it's a cool little bike. As far as what's cool about it, it looks like Captain America from Easy Rider at a 3/4 scale, at a 2/3 scale, and it gets some looks. It's a completely automatic 50 cc's. It's a Yangzheng Dong engine on it, but it's cool because, like I said, it's completely automatic. It's like a go-kart. You just pull the gas and it goes, or like the little automatic four-wheeler type. However, it looks like it was originally built to where you could slide the sprocket out and put 2 sprockets in order to put a wider tire on the